Feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal is to bring your loved ones a little bit closer tonight. This is a special day and a special time. So I am so excited to take your calls on air. So be sure to get in that queue 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. So much is happening and going on. I know everybody's a little tired of staying in. So hopefully you're in an area where you've been able to get out a little bit, do a few things for yourself. But times are different, aren't they? So, but no sense in dwelling over it. We can still have fun. We can still have a great time. And we can still really make those connections. Speaking of connections, I really, really want to thank all of you because I am so excited that the book Coffee with Colby has hit #1 on several lists. Yes. So there we go. It's very, very exciting and I'm really happy. And I just have you guys to thank, right? It hit #1 on so many lists. I couldn't believe it. So it's very, very, very exciting. And thank you for supporting me. You can get the book on Amazon. You can get it in a paperback. I really like paperbacks myself just because it's at your beck and call, right? Easy to just grab it, open it up with your cup of coffee, see what your message is for the day. So, anyhow, lot to talk about, a lot to do. As most of you know, this Saturday night, we have the Two Worlds Meet. It's an online fundraiser, you guys. And this is with Reverend Janet Nohovic. And this is going to be fantastic and amazing. I'm very, very excited about it. It is 4 p.m. our time here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ironically, what's really funny is I'll be in New Jersey for this online event. I'll just happen to be a couple hours away from Janet, but it's going to be really fun. We are going to do readings and connections live, and all of the proceeds are there to benefit the Journey Within North. So, again, and if you missed that interview last week with Janet, go back and listen to it. This lady is so knowledgeable, has so much wisdom and experience. And there's just this kind of ease in how she speaks. It's very calming. You can tell it's coming from the soul and source. And so I highly, highly recommend listening to it going back, okay? And couple other things we have going on. I do have a development circle coming up. This is starting June 10th, or June 10th it is, and that's a Wednesday night. So this is more your intermediate advanced, okay? And we meet online. You can be anywhere in the world as long as you can meet us at 7 p.m. And one more thing to share with you. So excited. Next Thursday, you guys. So this is before my show. So it's going to be before the Colby Rebel show. I have the honor of being on Lux Live with Candace Barr. Candace Barr, you guys, is amazing. Like super entrepreneur, right? She's got a makeup line, TV show. She is into fitness, everything. Very, very successful. So I'm really looking forward to getting together with her on her show, Lux Life, and really talking about this journey and connection and how you can live your fullest life. Okay. So, couple of things. If you get in that call and you get through, and oh my goodness, there's a lot of you. A couple things to know. Do me a favor, please. I really beg of you. I can't stress this enough. just no external noises. If you're in a really loud room or the family's being really loud, this may not be the best day for you to call in unless you can find some privacy. Maybe go out and sit in the car, go to the garage, maybe put the kids in the car or the garage, the husband, the dog, just because it really is, it's so important, not only for that connection to be as pure as it can, but really for the audience too. If there's a lot of distractions, the listeners can't fully hear that connection in that reading, and they want to be a part of this as well. So just do that for me. And if you can, have your question ready, right? Just know what you want to ask. Is it about your life, an area of your life, anything in particular? Go ahead and ask it. And if it's connecting to a loved one, just let me know which loved one that is so we can just go ahead and get in there, cut through. Because I have to be honest, you might want to talk to dad, but mom might just come in first and be like, ba, 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 ba. So, well, it just helps kind of get as many callers as we can. And that's really our goal tonight. One last thing to mention in New Jersey, you guys, I only have one private session left. That is it. It's on my Facebook. If you click the link, it is yours for the taking. If you book it, it's in person in New Jersey on Saturday, and I think it's at 4 p.m. But that is it. That is the last we have on this leg of the trip, okay? So let us dive in, right? We are all waiting. I know you're all anxious because we didn't take callers last week. So I am looking forward to this for sure. So here we go. How about we're going to just kind of pick them at random here? Um, Let's see. And if you called in the last couple weeks and got through, I'm going to ask that you hang up. It's only fair, because we do call them at random. And we really want people who've been trying week after week to really have an opportunity to get through too. So I hope you don't mind. Just trying to be as fair as we can in the process of it, right? Let's see. Here we go. Let us do 407. Hey, 407, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. It's Claire
Hi, Claire. How you
from
doing?
Orlando.
Yes, hi there,
I'm
honey. How are
great now,
you?
thank you.
What can I do for you tonight?
Wow, okay. Just shocked I got through this time. I tried several times. This is wonderful.
Yay.
Meant to be. Yeah, I have a lot going on right now, and one of the things is possibly a move.
Okay.
And I didn't think it would be on the cards right now, but I'm just not sure. And with my husband, and is he going to retire soon, or is that pushback? Kind of what's going on.
Yeah. I got to tell you, it's really interesting because I do feel like this move is supposed to happen. But I think we
Hmm.
got to get hubby to surrender. Because
Yeah.
I am feeling like the tie up, the hold up is him not surrendering and trusting. And I think if he realizes that he is able to retire and that you will have the ability to kind of hold that fort down and you'll be okay, and that he'll be in a
Hmm.
good place to kind of, I believe, allow him to even create something new for himself that's a little more independent. That opens up this move, and it feels to be very freeing for the both of you, and it really feels to be financially secure, this move. Like I think, are
Yeah.
you concerned around some finances with it as well?
Not really, just the timing of everything, and obviously what I want to do myself personally. With my spiritual path, and just everything is, it's kind of all
Y-
happening at once. So,
yeah, it does
there's a
feel
little
like
uncertainty.
it's really tough, but I do feel like it's a place where there's a kind of this feeling, Claire, where maybe for the first, and I don't know, but it's like maybe there's been a time that was for him and maybe his career, or he was the one. But I really feel like this is
Yeah.
your time. And I really feel like now it's hard for him because he likes control of things. So you got some work ahead of you, but it really feels like this is your time. And I keep seeing a spotlight, like, on a theater, you see a spotlight. So I feel like spirit is really putting the spotlight on you, saying, yes, this is your time. And
Hmm.
this is going to be wonderful for you. You're really going to have an opportunity to do this and do it well for yourself.
Thank you. It's just
Mm-hmm.
reassuring, when you're just not used to all of that, and
Yeah, yeah.
knowing it's the right thing. I feel it is, my soul might deep down I do, but it's just that confirmation that
Yep.
I guess
Now,
we're human, we need.
it is fine. It feels good. I want you to just kind of start trusting and really putting that foot out there and really embracing that change, and just know it's going to be wonderful
Yeah.
for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. You got this.
Thank you. Great speaking with you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Claire. Have a good night, honey.
You too.
Okay, let us take another caller on there. Here we go. Let's see. How about we do 207? Hey, 207. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Heidi.
Hi, Heidi. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What can I do for you tonight?
I don't know. I didn't expect to get on. I just you tell me.
Well, no, your job is to tell me. Your job is to ask a question. So, do you have a question?
Just want to know if my husband will be okay.
Okay. So, let's tune into that. Heidi, it feels like he's going to be okay, but there's also some emotional stuff I think he's dealing with. Like, it doesn't feel like it's just physical. There's also an emotional tie. Would that make sense as well with him?
No, I don't think so.
You understand something physical is going on?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like whatever's physical, I feel like it's kind of hitting him emotionally as well, honey. Like, so I feel like, there's a little bit where he's being strong or he's trying to be strong, but I do feel like it's about kind of being considerate and patient with him, because I feel like there's going to be a little bit of up and down with this, but I do feel like he's going to be okay.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
like, does that make
Yes.
sense? Has he been trying to be strong for you, honey, or just like, because I get the sense that, um, like, I see a proudness to him, and I feel like, but I feel like he's a little scared underneath or a little unsure, but he wants to be strong. So I feel like it's just about you connecting to that and knowing that, but he has such a strong will about him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, I see this like
Yeah.
bravado with him, like, sometimes they show me a man puffing his chest out, like, I've got this, I'm doing this. And so I feel like that mentality is going to help him get through this. Is he having some sort of procedure or treatments or something? Because I see something happening more than once with him.
Oh Lord.
Is that not what? Well, I can always be wrong, but I feel like it's a bit of a series. Like, he's got to go to the doctor a few times, but I feel like he ends up being okay through this.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to have faith in him too. He's a firecracker, this one.
Yeah, he is.
And I
He
think
is.
too, just kind of trust, like, when you got through, you weren't expecting to get through, you were a little shocked. But I think too, you got to trust your
Right.
team, right? That's spirit. Like, that is spirit saying, hey, she's a little scared to call in, but she's going to call in. And then, but it's there to
I
let you.
know, and I didn't know. Do I want to hear from my parents?
Yeah.
And then it took me by surprise, so I just went for the first thing.
That's okay. That's okay. But I do feel like your parents, I do honestly feel like your parents are the one who made sure you got through, because it's like you've been needing a hug, I think. You've been needing some, like, consoling, I think. And I feel like they're letting you know that they are there, hugging you, giving you guys lots of love. And I honestly, I feel like
Mm.
he's gonna be okay. I don't think it's super quick and easy, but I do think I feel like he's gonna be okay. All right, honey?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to the hubby. Just tell him to stop being so
Thanks.
stubborn,
Stay
too.
safe.
All right. Bye, honey.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so now make sure, everybody, you got a fair chance here. Get your question in order. Some people, they get so like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Well, and it is surprising because there are a lot of people. Here we go. Let us do 207. Hey, 207, you're on the air. Who is this? Hello?
Hello.
Hi there. Who is this?
Am I the one that's on?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It's Kathy Martin.
Hi, Kathy Martin. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What can I do for you?
It's been a rough day. My fur baby was at the
Yeah.
vet and he has kidney failure.
Okay, got it. Got it. Is this a cat by chance, Kathy?
No, it's a bunny.
Oh, it's a bunny. Okay, got it. Okay. Um I'm real curious, Kathy, though. Do you happen to have a cat in the spirit world?
It's possible.
Okay. Um I'm feeling a cat in the spirit world around you. Listen, I think the thing with this bunny, I don't predict passings, but I have to tell you, you're going to have to surrender around this one. Because it feels to me that this bunny, you don't want this bunny to suffer. And I feel like this bunny, if we're not careful, I think that we're going to create unnecessary pain around the bunny. Okay. Just because
She is. She's my life.
yeah, but again, sometimes we have to love something enough to let it go. Okay, so just remember
Yeah.
that because you wouldn't want to see her last days be of pure suffering because I feel like it is this kidney failure. I feel like it's going to be kind of rapid for you. So just I want you to pay attention to her. You know her really well. You're really in sync with her. Your souls connect,
Yes.
right? You know what she's thinking,
Yes.
I feel like. So I want you to really listen to her. I really want you to kind of tune in and she's going to let you know when she's ready and you're just going to have to step up and take care of it. I feel like that you'll be able to. I feel like there's going to be this overwhelming love that comes over you. Um and although, it is always hard. It is always hard to lose a fur baby. I mean, but the thing is that um
She's my life, and we. She went to the vet today, and that's what they came up with, and they're gonna try to treat her with antibiotics, but they
yeah,
couldn't give any promises.
yeah, the thing is that I think that there's something more severe underneath. That's just a feeling I get, and I can always be wrong. So trust the vets. But again, I really feel like no matter what happens, if the antibiotics don't work, just try not to resort to such measures that creates a pain for the bunny because I'm not really feeling like I feel like the bunny is just a super happy bunny. Like they feel to have like a really light
Yes.
spirit and I just feel like we want to honor the integrity of that, okay? And I know it's hard. I know it's really hard, but I want you to just trust. And the other thing too, you have to just have gratitude for every moment you have with her. So she's in the living now and just give her all the loving you can because sometimes love is the most powerful medicine of all, okay?
She's always. I know it's hard to. It's been a hard last few years, right?
Yeah, yeah. But
And she is my number one.
yes, so
And I know it sounds crazy, and I know people would say, "Oh my God, it's a rabbit," but you know what? She
oh,
sleeps with me.
yeah. Well, she's
She,
a
you
soul.
name it.
Yes. Well, she's still a soul and she's there with you. So, just as much as she's been there with you to help you through the tough times, it's now your turn to reciprocate and to honor her soul as well, okay? So I hope
So
that
how do I
helps.
know when her soul is done?
You're going to have to talk to her. You know how to talk to her. You know her very well. Just trust
Yes,
that, okay?
yes.
I want you to trust it, all right? All right. Lots of love to you, Kathy.
Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. It is really hard losing fur babies. I've got 2 in the spirit world. Actually, I've got 3, 4. There's a lot of love that we have for our babies because of their unconditional love. But there's no greater act of love than loving them more in the moment than yourself, right? Okay, so here we go. Let us do another caller. How about 810? Hey, 810,
Hi,
you're on the
Colby.
air. Hi there, who is this?
Hi, this is Val. I was
Hi, Val.
hoping to get a message from my mom or dad, please.
Look at you, and you're such a good student. Everything's quiet. You got right who you want to connect to.
Yes.
You've been listening. Good girl.
Yes, I have.
Good girl. And I tell you what, that just kind of your parents. I actually feel like your parents were still together when they I mean, not together, but like still married when they transitioned. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
because even now, like I can't quite separate them, so I feel like even in the living, we couldn't quite separate them.
They passed 14 weeks apart.
That was from a broken heart. You know that, right? Like we don't care what else is
Yes.
happening. They literally could not live with it. And they thought you kids would be fine on your own. So they were like, we can't do it without them. And so I just feel like even now, and your mom to me, is your mom like, I feel like she just keeps putting out a tray to me, offering me things. So I think that she's very
Yes.
hospitable,
That's my
like,
mom.
yeah, I think she would even have a tray to put out. Oh, would you like a bit of this? Or look at, I've got some here, things like that. Very hospitable,
Definitely.
very polite, always looking, for things. Now this is going to sound a little odd, Val. She just showed me like mints. Do you happen to know if does you understand that? Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. I saw dinner mints and I wasn't quite sure. I was like, "Why are you showing me mints?"
Because I was addicted to peppermints for a long
Oh,
time,
got
and
it.
she always tried to get me to stop.
I got it. I got it. Yes, that is so funny. That is so funny. Well,
Wow.
so she gives that. Well, she kind of gives them to you freely now.
Oh my gosh.
And she's got a lot of love for you. There's I love her giggle. Like I feel like her laugh is almost more of a giggle. Her laugh. Do you remember it well enough?
Yeah. Oh yes.
There's a lightness to it, like a real genuine warmth, but a lightness. It's not heavy. Does that, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
it's
She was always laughing.
yeah, just but and I think too she just thought your dad was a hoot. Like she'd laugh at him all the time. And your dad is like really, I have to tell you, your dad is super loving to people. Your mom feels to be
Yes.
a little bit more of the outgoing one, but your dad was very, very friendly to people. He does not feel standoffish to me at all. Um, and I think that I feel like, I wonder if he just dressed a little nicer, or he keeps showing me in like a collared shirt that's short sleeve. So I don't know if he just got dressed up for me, or if, or if his work required him to wear more of a shirt, like a dress shirt, but not a long sleeve one, short sleeve.
Yeah, he wore short sleeve shirts all the time.
Okay. And he gives me the sense, now when he got a little older, did he get like a little bit of a pot belly? Or cuz he shows
Yes.
me a little bit of this belly, but that kind of gives me a sign that he was very content or just super happy. And I feel
Yes.
like he still feels active though. Like he doesn't feel like he's not active. So I think even as he got a little older, still out in the yard doing things. I do feel like he liked to
Yes.
read his paper though, because I keep seeing him with some reading glasses on and a paper. So I do feel like he
Always.
enjoyed, Yeah, I think he's like saying, "Hey, I need my reading time, but I'm not in my chair all the time. Like sometimes I like to be in the yard talking to the I do. I think you guys must have been close to the neighbors, or maybe they were close to the neighbors, because I feel like he's always talking over the fence to neighbors.
Oh my gosh.
Does
He
that
lived right next door to his grandson, who he fed
Oh.
cookies over the fence every
Oh, do
day.
you know I just got goosies. Your mom showed I was gonna say that, but it didn't quite make sense, but now I get it. She showed cookies on a tray. Like, so remember, so
Yes,
now I get it. So she's making the cookies, but it's so cute, these things that they're doing. Now, with his grandson,
yes.
um, was it fishing? Did he try to teach them fishing, or did your dad ever fish? Is there connection to fishing with him?
Um, the, his grandkids all like to fish.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I guess he did fish, but I'm
I
not
almost
sure
feel
about the
like
fishing.
there's a you said grandson, right? He's showing me a
Yes.
grandson. Okay. I almost feel like maybe you could think back, Val, because I feel like I'm seeing a couple kids, not just one, and I feel like he took them on a
Hmm.
little fishing trip. Nothing big. It feels like it's a more local thing. But I feel like it was something he did with them. So maybe try to kind of go through that and see if that they can remember that. Either that or
Okay.
these kids have gone on a fishing trip and then he's there in spirit. He was with them while they did it. But it feels to be
Uh,
more of a local trip, not a big trip.
right. His one grandson now was out fishing yesterday or the day
Oh,
before.
there you go. So he's that's it. So can you tell him that he was with him while he was fishing? I'm just
I
curious
sure
though.
will.
Is it like a creek, not a creek, like a creek or a river, not really an ocean? Is it more like a creek or a river?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So, yeah, see, so he was with him, so he should know. Oh, you
Oh,
gotta tell him. Yeah, you gotta tell
oh my
him.
gosh.
Yeah, but they're together and they're letting you know that they're okay. They're letting you know that they're with
That's what
you.
I needed to know.
Yes, and I don't know why Sunday. Hang on. They just said this Sunday. I don't Is there something happening that you're aware of like this Sunday, or I don't know that date. Well,
Monday.
oh, that's the
I'm not
17th.
sure.
Okay, so is there a connection to the 17th of a month by chance? If it's not May.
That's the day my mom passed on the
Okay,
17th.
thank you. So she would that's why she was saying, okay, got it. So she's acknowledging the 17th, okay? Um
Wow.
and I just feel like there's a sensation there where I feel like both of them held their head up high. Now, am I right that dad passed before mom? Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Because I feel like dad passes and then your mom is like precious. Well, he needs his laundry done. I got to go to help him with his laundry. I got to fold it for him. He doesn't even know how to do
Oh my
laundry. He
gosh.
doesn't know how to eat by himself. I need to be there. Like I just feel like
Yes.
in her mind, in her heart, he needed her and she was there. And so I think that made her transition somewhat easy for her, if I dare say. I'm not saying that she's like eager to get out of you guys, but I feel like,
Colby, she planned her own passing. She
yeah.
decided she did not want to get better in hospice,
Mhm.
and she
Well,
planned her own passing.
that's what I felt like. I felt like I felt like there was a cancer connection. Am I right? So she had cancer.
Yes, she
Um,
did. She
but
had cancer at one time.
Right. And then the weird thing is I feel like what she's telling me, okay, Val. So what she's telling me is that she
Mhm.
had cancer, but then I think it came back or something, and she wasn't quite aware of it. Like I think it just because I think you were focused on your dad, right? She was focused on your dad because your dad wasn't doing
Exactly.
well. So she wasn't really looking after
Exa-
herself, and then she took care of him and did all that. And then it kind of surfaced, oh my goodness, I'm sick too. And then she's like, "Ooh, that's
yes.
fine. Okay, good." It's like she was
That
ready.
it's exactly what happened.
Now
She
you
was
must have
very
buried
ready.
them. I feel like they're buried next to each other. Is that correct? Or you somehow put them right next to each other? So if you
Yeah.
cremated them or
Yes,
buried,
their
okay,
ashes are together,
okay, cremated.
but
Um,
buried.
Yes, okay,
Yes.
but they're right next to each other. I know that they're
Yes,
right
they
and
are.
then oddly enough, I think you put two pictures next to one another in the house. So go to it. Are there two pictures side by side in the house?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
all over the house. But
Okay. But there's two. She's showing me one of them as a couple, and then there's another picture next to it. So maybe a family picture or something else, but she's showing me two
yes,
pictures next to one another, just like that. And it's like a little
yes.
bit of an older frame, maybe a little bit of an older metal frame. It kind of looks like nothing, doesn't look brand new to me. So,
Yeah, it's their caricatures, and they're about 30, 40 years old
okay, see, and
that
then
I have
it's,
hanging up.
yeah, so they're right next to each other, but that's just how she wants to be. She also brings forward red roses, so I feel like there's a connection to red roses with her, or she loves her flowers. Um,
Yes.
She loves her flowers. I didn't She's telling me there's another flower. Hang on. It's not a rose. I can't quite. Is there a purple flower that she would be connected to, or do you have purple flowers at your house?
Lilacs.
Okay, thank you.
Michigan lilacs.
Okay, there we go. Because she sure does love those too. She sure does love those too. And she's just honestly, Val, they got so much they could say, but they're just letting you know that they're okay, that they're safe. Oh, they're just too so happy. They're just happy that they're together. They're happy they're together. Your
Oh,
dad's a good dancer. He knows how to waltz, your mom says. So they're waltzing.
oh, that's
Yeah.
so sweet.
So anyhow, lots of love
Mm,
to you. You have a beautiful night, and
thank you so much.
keep celebrating that they're around. Okay, make sure you tell that grandson his
Thank
granddad
you.
was with him. Okay, all right. Bye bye, honey.
I will. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
you're
Bye.
welcome. Bye, Val. Okay, everybody, let us do another call here. Here we go. Um, let's see. We got so many here. How about 310? 310 is a local number. So, hey 310, who is this?
Hi. Wait,
Hi
it's
there.
me?
It's you.
Hi, I'm Valerie.
Hi,
Hi.
Valerie.
It's
Hi
so good to
there.
be.
What can I
Oh my
do for
gosh.
you?
So my question is really about like my financial situation right
Oh,
now. My roommate is moving out and it's freaking me out, and I just
uh-huh.
feel like the next few months are so unknown. I'm just really stressing out financially, and like, will I find another roommate? Will I get clients? Like, all the things. So
Yeah.
anything from you would be helpful.
Yeah, well, I have to say, I mean, I know you're freaking out about this roommate leaving, but honestly, it feels like that's such a good thing. It feels like the energy of that person
Mm,
leaving is so good, okay? I'm curious, is it a female
okay.
leaving? A female roommate leaving?
Yes.
Okay, because I just feel like uh ultimately, listen, Val, I think for you, honey, I'd love to get you to a place where you're living by yourself just because energetically, that just feels like that's going to be the best thing for you. Just because you're super
Mm,
sensitive, I feel like you're very empathic and sensitive. So sometimes it's hard for you to be around the energy of other people, like they impact you. Have you
yeah.
noticed that? Yeah. So
Hmm.
ultimately, we want to
Oh
get
yeah.
there. I do feel like you're gonna get a roommate, so I'm not too worried about you getting one. I would just sit there. I feel like you're gonna get one soon. This roommate's moving out by June 1st or something, or I feel like
Hmm.
you're gonna be able to have a.
Very same. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so I feel like what I would do is put it out there because I feel like you will get a roommate for June 1st. Um, so I'm not too worried about that. I think for clients though, I do feel like you can get clients. It's just about you got to find your inner hustle a little bit. Like I do think sometimes you can actually be a little shy. So I think it's about you kind of being your more extroverted self to pull that in and then I actually feel like you're going to be okay. Val, what
Mm.
kind of work do you do?
Awesome.
Do you do any healing work at
I'm
all?
a branding coach.
Perfect.
I do a lot. I bring spirituality into it for
Yeah, that's
sure. But it's mostly work with like
okay.
entrepreneurs.
Yeah. That's what I thought. And I feel like again, this is like uh, it's so easy for you. If you just start putting it out there, hey, listen, with the turn of events, there's no better time to tap into your true self. Let me help you with my branding package that really helps you bring out your inner
Mm.
truth, right? and creating that certain
Mhm.
package. So I feel like it's more about putting it out in that way. Like I kind of feel like maybe the way you used to do it isn't going to quite work the same way. Um, but it's more about
Mm.
giving people an opportunity. Like, listen, this is what has this taught us? To peel away the layers, to be authentic, to kind of live a life that's not in a rat race, and to really show people who you are. And I feel like you have such a natural gift to do that for people. I want that to be part of your
Mm.
marketing as to what you put out.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. I'm not too worried about you at all. You just kind of restructure it a little bit
Yay.
and you're going to be fantastic, okay?
Yay. Okay, wonderful. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Thank you so
you're
much.
gonna have a roommate come in. It is another girl. I see it's another girl coming in, which is better. I feel like there's a girl coming in, so
Yeah.
don't stress about it too much. Start kind of seeing if it's okay to bring someone by, and start to get that ball in motion for you. Okay?
Cool. I will. Okay, cool.
Yay!
Oh,
You
I
can
feel
do
so much better.
this.
Thank you.
You can do this. All right.
Thanks. Okay,
You're
thanks,
welcome.
Colby.
You're welcome, Valerie. Have a good day, huh? All
Okay,
righty.
you too.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. All right, let us do another caller. Here we go. How about 760? Hey, 760, you're
Hi.
on the. Hi there, who is this?
Hi, this is Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. What can I do for you tonight?
I was just calling to see if you could maybe connect with my father.
Okay, perfect, sweetheart. Let's see if we can do that for you. Um, Now, it's been a little while since your father passed. Am I right? Because I feel like I'm going back in time a little bit. So we're going back a few years here.
Yes.
Is it about 2 or 3 years, something like that, honey?
2.5.
Okay, they Okay, got it. Now he gives me I feel like it's surprising that he passed. Like I think we're all a little surprised just because I feel like he had felt to be pretty good or felt to be pretty healthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you grew up with him feeling pretty strong. Is that right? Or he puts a presence out of being strong.
Growing up, yes.
Okay. And then I feel like for me, he gives me a sense of illness going through the body. So that makes me feel like maybe we're dealing more with a cancer or something like a cancer. Would that be right?
Yes, he did have cancer.
Okay. Do you know if it hit his head or his brain, or do you not know? I feel like his thoughts get a
I don't
little foggy at the end. So either he's going
that
in it out of
yeah,
consciousness. Okay.
not
Okay.
not from cancer.
Okay. Okay. But you understand that then. Okay. Um,
100% yes.
okay. And then he also gives me, um, but your dad is so cute. Like he's got a great little sense of humor. I feel like he loved being a dad. And he also gives me a feeling of there's a playfulness to him. So I feel like, again, this is before all the endings. I want to go back in time, like when you're younger. I just feel like he's a lot more energetic and a lot more playful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like doing things. Are you a little tomboy, or were you in sports when you were younger?
Um just till I was maybe 10.
Yeah, well,
My
that's
brother was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like is there one of you play baseball, or I mean you probably don't call it baseball, whatever it is, that the little kid ball with the bat.
No, that all my kids do, and my dad was
Oh,
so happy that they did.
your dad is watching your kids play then, because they show like the little plastic hat that the kids wear and those little bats. Um so
Yeah.
he's showing me that, so he lets me know that he's around them. And I feel like maybe one of your kids has got these really crazy beautiful eyes. Is that right? Or like these almost like eyes that you can see a soul in them. Does that make sense around one of your sons?
It would be my nephew.
Okay, because he
His grandson.
okay, because he does acknowledge him because he talks about these eyes that are like mesmerizing, you know? And I feel like that little kid is
Yeah.
very connected to the spirit world. So he might be connecting to his
Oh,
grandfather, I feel like, you know?
yeah, it was 6 days apart that my nephew was born and my dad passed.
Yeah, see, they oh my gosh, they just gave me chills because they have a bond, okay? They have a bond.
Yeah. They
Um
look exactly alike.
That's why he's talking about the eyes, right? It's so great. And I
Mhm.
just feel like, I know it's hard for you because all right, so I think your dad at the end feels a little bit helpless or physically unable to take care of himself. I know that this was a struggle
Yeah.
for your dad. I really do because I feel like his whole life really was about his family and he loved that. Um and I just feel like there's a sense where he wants you to know that he is around you. It was a big deal for him to be around you. Now, he was at your wedding. I believe he was in the physical for your wedding. Am I right, honey? Like when you got married, he
I
would
didn't ha- I didn't have a wedding, but he was alive when I got married.
okay, great. Because I feel like with him, he's showing me. Did you do any sort of ceremony? Because he feels like he's showing me next to you at a ceremony.
Um,
Did you do a
no, I just
party?
went to Vegas. I'm going through a divorce right now. Does that have anything to do
oh,
with that?
oh, so maybe he's talking about standing by you through the divorce, right? Oh, that's so funny.
Maybe. Yeah, that
I
makes more
got it.
sense.
So let me tell you what he showed me because this makes sense to me. He showed me you in a white dress, but it was a very simple white dress. But he showed me him standing next to you, not a groom standing next to you. So I feel like that this is him talking about maybe he understands what's going on around you and that to let you know that he's standing by your side, okay? And that it feels
Yeah.
like to know that you're going to be okay through this, to like not worry that you're not going to be okay, all right? And I
That's
just
that's what I was worried about.
no, you're going to be fine. And it almost like he says I'm going to make sure of it. So um and I feel like too, and again, I don't want to speak poorly of this soon to be ex spouse, but I will just say that your dad, there's something about the actions of this ex where your dad makes me feel like he feels that you deserve better. And I hope I'm saying that with love, okay? I mean it with
Yes.
love for you,
Yes.
but it's almost like
No.
he says you deserve more, like you deserve someone who's really going to respect you and so there's something around the actions I feel like of this ex that your dad is like not okay.
Oh, 100%.
So
100%.
he's just letting you know. I am curious, is there a J name, a John or a J name connected to anybody, either a middle name or first name with J, John, James, something like this?
Um, his mom's name is Joyce, or my middle child's name is his middle name's James.
It's him. It's your middle child, honey. Because it's a boy, and I felt like he's just letting us
Okay.
know he's recognizing him for sure. Um, and I saw now, I don't know if you got a tattoo, but he showed me what looked now, I don't think this would be the tattoo if you had one, but he did say daddy's little girl. So I know he's referencing you as daddy's little girl, but he kind of showed it as a tattoo,
Mm.
which I thought was interesting. So had you thought, and then he shows me wings. Have you thought about getting a tattoo for your daddy?
Not really,
Did anyone get a tattoo
but
for
maybe I
him?
will.
Did anyone get a
No,
tattoo?
not that I know of.
Would you understand? Is there an engraving on a tombstone or an engraving that would connect, and maybe with wings or a heart?
I'm trying to he wasn't buried. Um,
Here's what
I'm trying to
I
think.
feel like.
I
I think he's right. I just feel like I think he's showing me something that makes me feel like it's engraved or imprinted, and I feel like it's wings or a heart because I keep just seeing the edges go up, and I feel like that's a connection for him. So maybe
Okay.
just try
I can
to,
ask his mom.
yeah, ask his mom or see if there's somebody's got something hanging for him. Maybe it's hanging, but I know it's like in honor of him. And so I feel like he wants to recognize this. Okay. So
Okay.
can you look for that and then just do me a favor? Put it in the Facebook comments when you discover it. So yeah, maybe there's something hanging up. But it feels like it's 3D to me. So it's either engraved or it's a picture, something on the wall that's hung up it's definitely for him. And I know he
Okay. I'm
knows
gonna
about
I'm gonna
this.
figure it out.
So get on your investigation and sort this out.
Yes, I will.
All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
All right. Well,
Thank you
lots of
so
love.
much.
Listen, he is okay. I want you to know he is okay. I want you to know you're okay. I think that this has been so emotional for you. And because he just makes me feel like your tummy was in knots, baby. And I just feel
Yeah.
like he's just telling you you're going to be okay. I just feel like there's just, you're worried about everything from your finance, everything. You're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And you're so much stronger
That
than
was
you realize.
the main thing was just knowing that he'll never meet the next person that I am with, and that makes me sad.
Do you know what I was going to tell you? I was going to tell you, he says he's going to introduce you to that person. So don't think he's not going to meet him. You're going to meet this guy. Okay. Okay. Thank you. You're going to meet this guy. There's something about this guy's eyes, and you're going to go, oh my God, my dad sent him. You're just going to know it from the guy's eyes. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay. I'll be looking for that.
I don't want you to worry. Don't you even think. Now, I got to go. But he keeps talking. He's like, no, well, this Colby and that
Yep.
Colby.
Sounds right.
I got to, I'm not done talking to you. He's almost, don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you, okay? I believe, sweetheart, I need to tell you, I am predicting because he is telling me you will have a wedding. So you will have another person. You're going to know your dad sent them to you. You're going to know it's going to be a wedding. I believe it's going to be very simple wedding, like maybe more family, friends, but the kids are in the wedding. And I just know for a
Mhm.
fact that your dad is standing right by you in it. Um, and what
Mhm.
I want you to start noticing wings. So either wings of a bird, like your dad keeps sending you wings. So pay attention if there's birds around you and you've just been ignoring those darn things. I want you to start paying attention.
Okay, I will.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
All
Yeah,
right.
no, thank you. I needed to hear everything you said.
Good. Lots of love to you, sweetheart. And I want to see you kick this
Thank
out of the
you.
park, okay? Hit it out of the park.
Yes.
All right.
I will.
Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. If you can even believe it, that is our time. I tried to get as many callers as I could, and I'm so grateful for you all tuning in. Please do me a favor. We've got this Facebook page. Like it, follow it. This way you're really in the know. You're going to see when I'm on. You're going to see what I'm doing. I believe I've got some surprises coming up. So that's why you really want to kind of be in the know with it. One more thing, just in case you guys don't know this, for the book, as you know, if you got this book, you can get it on Amazon, right? The paperback or the Kindle. If you leave a review, it's by May 24th, all right? If you leave a review, you're going to be put into a drawing. Now, this drawing is not because of the review, it's because of your time. It takes you some time to do that, and I appreciate it. So for you doing that, I'm going to pull one winner. They're going to get a free 30-minute session and with me. And that's worth $245. So that's a nice little 30-minute session. That would be Skype or phone. So, go ahead. If you got the book, leave a review. Why not? Right. And if you haven't gotten the book, run out and get it. It's fun. Like I said, it's 365 days of a message for you. So when you're feeling lost, when you're feeling like you need some direction, you can open it up and get any message that day, or you could just start each day and go in chronological order. Anyhow, I do want to thank you guys. Don't forget, Saturday night, we have got Janet Novick and myself on the online fundraiser. I'm heading to New Jersey, one spot left. Lots of love to you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful night. I want to thank you all so, so much. Also, do me a favor, head on over to iTunes, subscribe, leave a review there. It's on Stitcher, SoundCloud, all of the good stuff. So you can listen to me while you walk around your neighborhood. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.